And JR's like, hey, we can't just replace these. We're in a historic district.
Right.
And by the way, Lynn, these are old growth wood, also called heartwood.
Join us on this window restoration project here in Medina, New York. This will be a story about a small town, about small business, and about community connections. We need our windows replaced, and we could think of no better company to do the job than Talis Historic Restoration right here in Medina.
My grandfather came here in 1929, purchased a hardware store next door. Father purchased the store after his passing, late 50s. And during that time, my father ran the business. In 1970, he purchased this store that we presently are in.
So our current store, L&J Goods, was part of Brundage Hardware.
Brundage Hardware for about 15 years. Continued to run it for about 15 years and sold the building.
Never broke a window whole time that you were a kid growing up here in these buildings.
No, I fixed a lot of windows for
you
other people.
Isn't that interesting? Yeah, in the hardware store, that's what you did.
That was a lot of my job, is fixing windows.
Right.
Screens, etc.
Yeah. The opportunity came up for us to buy this again because of our small town community and connections, even back to Medina High School when your mom was teaching.
She was a teacher. Right?
Yeah, it's a long story, but it's a good one. And
it's not, you don't really own it, you're a steward. I've always felt that way.
Yeah.
Any historic building is you have to maintain it as best you possibly can so it can carry on for the next person.
And so because we care so much about this community and we care so much about our own building, we want to get those windows replaced, and we can think of no better place to have it done than Talis Historic Restoration. Talis is located in our old high school building here in Medina. Roger Hungerford, the owner of Talis Historic Restoration, created Talis as a way to replace and restore the windows in a few of his renovation projects here in the village. One of them is Bent's Opera House, and the other was the old Medina High School building. Talis is going to restore our windows using old growth wood and new glass. JR, what is old growth wood?
It was harvested turn of the 20th century and earlier. It's usually done by hand, but the grain is much tighter.
Because the grain is tighter, is that what has contributed to the longevity of those windows?
Your rings around the tree, the growth being slower, and that it makes it much stronger.
Gotcha.
Back in the day, the forest used to be very dense, and so the canopies would have a lot of shade. So because the trees were so tight together, 1 year it was slow growth. That's what they call old, slow growth. Now that the trees are further apart, there's no canopy blocking the sun, so they just grow faster.
And I wonder, is it true too, like wood today is harvested so quickly?
There is no
farms.
Yeah.
You can go to Letchworth and see that there's old growth there, but since 1940, you cannot buy old growth anymore.
Our second floor windows have wavy glass in it, so they have not been replaced since those were made. And it's been, I couldn't give you a year, but I'm going to say they're probably no less than 75, 80 years old or older.
If you don't want to put tempered glass there, we do this 3M makes a security film. It's like a 4 mil, which we really like because.
So what's going to happen if some of that is rotted? You restore that.
We can restore it. We can actually take sashes that we found on the side of the road.
Gotcha.
and use
Okay.
pieces from that.
I do in my wood
DIY.
shop.
It's
you
what
know,
we do.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this one does get a little bit wider. So this one, yeah, let's put it 30.
Like it's pretty cool to think that
Well,
Roger created it
For
when
his-
he was restoring Bent's Opera House
Bent's
and
and-
the old high school
the old high school and Luther House.
and the Luther House, right? Right.
So it was advantageous for him to do it himself.
Absolutely. And so here in our own little community, we've got this incredible restoration business, and we get to kind of be a part of that, and that's really exciting.
Yeah.
What would your dad think of this being done? What would your grandfather think?
I just think, they'd be proud.
This small community and small business, and how important that's been to the history of this community. And, when we made the decision to start our business here and buy this building, we really wanted to be a part of
Oh, yeah.
this historic community. And it's one more way to preserve this entire Main Street and keep it for generations to come.
I like it.
Anyway, I'm excited about this project, and I'm looking forward to getting my hands on those windows myself and
I think
doing a
it'd be great.
little bit of work myself, and you too,
Yeah,
helping to restore our own windows. That's kind of
I
cool.
think it's great.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hands on.
Hands on.
All right.
All right. Okay, so the windows are measured, and tomorrow Talis is coming to take out our old windows. So I hope you'll join us every step of the way as we get our historic windows restored.